Hi, I'm Steve. I'm back at the Board Game Expo 2019. I'm here with David Turczi. He's going to tell us about Roman Roll. It's a game I played at Aircon. He's going to give a brief overview of how to play, and then we'll talk about when it's out.
Hi, so this is Roman Roll. This is a hybrid of a roll and write and a Euro game. And the way it works is that there's a bunch of dice. The number of the dice is dependent on the player number. We roll these dice at the beginning of the round, and then each player will draft one die, custom faces with resources and special actions in each phase. Each player will draft 2 dice, and then each player will spend those 2 dice taking 2 actions. And the actions involve. So that's the core mechanism. The theme is that Rome has burned down, 64, Nero has given the order to rebuild Rome. So we are notable citizens vying for money and influence and legacy as we rebuild Rome, and as we conquer some rebellious colonies that are refusing to pay taxes because they think Rome is weak right now. So the way it works is that if you want to build, you spend resources either from the die or from your player board, and you take a blueprint, and every blueprint has a shape of a building on it, and you physically draw that shape onto the board. This is where the roll and write-ness of the game comes in. And once you build a building, any player, including you or somebody else, builds a building next to it, that activates your building, giving you some special ability.
So just to be clear then, this is a 4-player game and a 2-player game.
Yes.
So in a 4-player game, everyone is building on the same sheet.
Yes,
so
exactly.
If someone builds next to this building you've built, you get a bonus.
Exactly. For now it's a paper and we're doing it with pencils, but in the real final game we're planning it to have laminated with dry erase colored pens. And the player boards will also be the laminated dry erase, because you're writing the resources here. If you spend them, you erase them. You can unlock your asymmetric advisors, that for each character we have 6 different abilities that you can unlock, making the gameplay very varied between different player characters. You're ticking off the different kind of victory points you're scoring through the game. And you're collecting soldiers and senators. Senators can be used to manipulate the dice, and soldiers can be used to capture these settlements that are refusing to pay taxes. If you do capture them, you get a small amount of victory points, but if anybody builds a road to that settlement, they get points, but you get resources. So it's all very interactive, all very positive build-up. It's about finding the right combos between your buildings and the dice you draft and the advisors on your character. So it can get quite combo-tastic. I would say it's about 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours on your first game these days. 1 to 4 players. You have a very good solo mode against an automated opponent that builds on the board and blocks off parts of the map. And the replayability comes from the fact that every game there are 8 buildings in the game, but we designed 20 of them, so the combinations are almost endless.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I managed to play it at Aircon. I played a slightly more prototype version I've got here. I can see what I played at Aircon is still there, and the graphic design is much better than it was, and obviously by the time the final version comes out...
The graphic design is Andreas Recht, the guy who did Mombasa and Great Western Trail.
Excellent.
So that's why it looks so good.
So it will be out for Kickstarter in September, for release in April if you're interested. It is way more complicated than David. He gave a very brief overview there, but you can see just how many words and information there are. It's probably one of the most Euro-y roll and writes I've played. Definitely is the heaviest roll and write I've played.
Which is why I like to sell it as a hybrid, because it's not really your average roll and write game.
So I'm looking forward to coming out. I'm definitely going to pick myself a copy up, and hopefully by the time it comes out to April we'll have a review for you. So if it's something you're looking out for, look out for September when it's on Kickstarter. Thanks David, I've been Steve at the Expo 2019.